gotta talk about what is going on with Brooke Schofield's ex-boyfriend Clinton Kane, as he has come out to address all of the things that he has been accused of, like lying about his mom dying and faking an Australian accent. This was a whole drama a little while ago, but he's now made a YouTube video talking about everything, and we're gonna get into what he had to say for himself.
What if the person you loved most built your entire relationship on a lie? Not one lie, not two, but an entire life story that never happened. Because today, we need to talk about Clinton Kane, the singer, the accent, the heartbreak, and the lies that shook the internet. This isn't just about music. This isn't just about drama. This is about how one story, told on the wrong podcast, turned into one of the most viral exposés of influencer culture we've ever seen. And years later, the man at the center of it all has finally spoken. You might think this drama is old news. You might think, didn't this already get settled? But here's the thing. Truth doesn't expire, especially when it was buried under sympathy, fame, and tears. Back in 2023, most people knew Clinton Kane as the soft-spoken singer, the guy with the emotional lyrics, the boyfriend of rising internet star Brooke Schofield. He had the accent. He had the sad backstory. He had the song that made people cry. But what if the backstory wasn't real? The podcast that lit the match. Everything started with one podcast episode. The Zach Sang Show. Zach wasn't just a random host. He was actually the person who introduced Brooke Schofield and Clinton Kane. At the time, it felt like a cute full-circle moment. But that same episode would later become the reason everything fell apart. On the show, Clinton opened up. And when I say opened up, I mean emotionally unloaded. He told the world that his mother died, his brother died, his father died, all in the same year. He said his song, Chicken Tendies, was inspired by that loss. He said the grief changed him forever. People believed him. Why wouldn't they? The internet starts ASKNG, QSDONS. But the internet does what the internet does best. It investigates. Soon after the episode aired, comments started appearing from people who claimed they knew Clinton in real life. And those comments all said the same thing. His mom is alive. His brother is alive. This doesn't add up. At first, fans brushed it off. Grief looks different for everyone, right? But the more clips people rewatched, the stranger it became. Because Clinton didn't say, a mother figure. He said, my mom. Clear. Direct. No confusion. BROKE begged, and still got hurt. Here's the part that hurts the most. Brooke later revealed that she begged Zach, saying not to release that part of the episode. Why? Because she was still in love with Clinton. She wasn't mentally okay. She didn't want deeply personal details exposed. She knew what would happen. And she was right. The episode still went out. And Brooke, she was devastated. She talked about it later on the canceled podcast, explaining how trapped she felt, loving someone whose story was suddenly collapsing in public. The ACIS USA TONS Pile UP. Once the lie about Clinton's family started circulating, everything else came out. He was accused of lying about family deaths, lying about his age, lying about his upbringing, faking an Australian accent, cheating on Brooke. What once looked like a tragic artist story now looked like a performance. And people started asking the scariest question of all. If he lied about this, what else did he lie about? The explanation that worked. Clinton tried to explain. He said his biological mom was alive. A motherly figure had passed away. He was just misunderstood. But the clips didn't match the explanation. People replayed the interviews. They slowed them down. They read the transcripts. And it was obvious. He said, my mom. Not someone like a mom. The damage was done, At this point, the internet was suspicious, but quiet. Brooke was silent. Clinton was silent. The story was simmering. But then, Clinton posted a shady TikTok. A TikTok that implied Brooke was still talking about him, while he casually promoted a new song. That single post, it flipped the switch. Because Brooke decided she was done protecting someone who never told her the truth. Sometimes silence isn't strength. Sometimes silence is survival. And Brooke Schofield survived until she couldn't anymore. After Clinton's shady TikTok went viral, Brooke finally spoke. And she didn't just speak. She unleashed. She dropped a multi-part TikTok series detailing the lies, the manipulation, the cheating, the emotional damage. Each video felt raw, unfiltered, painful, and the internet listened. This wasn't gossip anymore. This was testimony. Ironically, this was the moment Brooke's platform exploded. Not because she wanted fame, but because people recognized truth. She described being gaslit, being made to feel crazy, being emotionally drained, loving someone who wasn't real. And suddenly, millions of people saw their own experiences in her story. Clinton responded with multiple TikToks, a statement to Rolling Stone. But instead of owning the big lie, he focused on timeline corrections, relationship technicalities, downplaying Brooke's role in his life. People felt like they were watching the same manipulation, just on a larger stage. The internet chose a side. Brooke was believed. Clinton was canceled. And for a while, that was the end. Until years later, when Clinton Kane uploaded a YouTube video titled, "The Truth About Everything, What Happens When the Internet Moves On." But the truth doesn't. The video opens with Clinton and a dog. Not just briefly, a long clip. And the comments, brutal. The dog as a prop is killing me. See guys, I have a dog. I'm a good person. People weren't buying it. Then came the big moment. Clinton admitted his dad really did die. He lied about his mom. He lied about his brother. And then he said something shocking. I don't fully know why I lied. He blamed trauma, moving constantly as a child, emotional numbness, coping mechanisms. He said therapy hadn't even fully helped yet. Then came the accent. Clinton claimed he lived in multiple countries. His team told him to pick one. He chose Australia because he lived there. Technically, possible. Emotionally, people were still skeptical. The apology. He apologized. He took accountability. But many felt it was too late, too convenient, perfect timing with new music. And that's when Brooke reacted. Sometimes the best revenge is being proven right. Brooke's response. Brooke commented simply, "You know what? I'll take it." She posted, "Touching grass, because I don't have another 14-part series in me." A TikTok saying, "I'm a lot of things, but I ain't a liar." No rage. No drama. Just peace. The internet celebrates. Comments poured in. Brooke Schofield Vindication Day. The world needs you and Tana's commentary. Good day, mate. Even Tana jumped in, light, sarcastic, and done. So now I want to know your thoughts. Do you believe Clinton's apology? Was it genuine or perfectly timed? If you were here when this drama first exploded, let me know. And if you're new, welcome to one of the wildest influencer scandals of the decade. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.